you kind of have an interesting time in porn right now.
I do.
And I remember when I first got interested in porn, and particularly black porn, I felt like you had a lot more black superstars.
True. Where did they all go?
Whereas Misty Stone is the biggest, if not one of the biggest, names in black porn females right now. But back in the day, there were like 7, 8 Misty Stones all at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about, baby.
And now you have a different level of, I feel, status.
I'll take that. And I've seen the change over the years, and I'm part of the reason why the change has become a little different now. I was by myself for a minute, and then came Skin.
Skin Diamond?
Yes.
Yeah, I interviewed
she doing
her.
her motherfucking thing. Go girl.
Well, I think that it's harder to reach that status these days, mainly because porn itself is kind of dwindling. Like the whole thing is dwindling. It's not just the start. It's like
The industry.
because of the internet and
the tube sites.
Free porn is rife on the internet. I mean, that's practically why the internet blew up in the first place, is because of porn. But yeah, it's really hurting the industry pretty bad.
Why is it that they don't shoot us, or they don't? It's because they don't know about us. They don't know that they exist. I would talk to these companies or go to these companies, and they was like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad," because I show up late all the time. I'm so sorry. So I'll show up late or something. They're like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you came, because we didn't know who we were gonna replace you with. Like, who else could we call, mister?" I'm like, there's a whole bunch of other girls. Let me give you a list of them. They just don't know, baby. Digital Playground, don't know. Wicked Pictures, don't know. Vivid, they don't know we exist.
Do you find it a coincidence that the 2 main black female porn stars right now are both fairly thin?
Isn't that interesting?
And
they don't do big booty stuff.
And somewhat light-skinned.
Yeah.
Also, whereas they kind of cross over into sort of the white porn.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a coincidence, or do you think that was by design?
No, I know it's by design.
It's by design.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't. If you are a big booty, porn star, you have to do your own porn. And one girl that I commend, the bitch is bad than a motherfucker. She ain't never gave up, and she is the Jordan of this motherfucking game. Roxy Reynolds, give her a shout out, because whether or not they gave us this, ideal look, or that they weren't going to get you work if you didn't look this type of way or act this type of way, she did it all by herself, and she's still the top of the game. So absolutely, give her that. But everybody's not as smart as her. So
I mean, there's also Pinky.
There's Pinky. You're right. Pinky is doing her motherfucking thing.
On her own?
On her own. Absolutely. I'm sorry, I said Roxy because she mentored me. She helped mentor me. So I got to put her first. But I love you too, Pinky.
That's interesting. So basically what you're saying is, if you're a big booty black girl,
you ain't getting no work.
You're not getting any work from the current porn industry. You have to go.
You'll never work for Vivid.
You'll start your own
never
site.
Work for Wicked. You'll never work for Digital Playground.
And you've worked for all these.
Oh yeah, Penthouse. You won't work for them.
And you know what's interesting is that, and if you look at kind of like the standard of beauty these days, you're seeing more of the curvy girls.
Yes.
I mean, now that you have the butt shots.
And
yeah. You have
on social medias and like mainstream, of course.
Mainstream.
But porn is not adapting to that. It's interesting.
And there's less money in it also on top of it.
This is true. This is very true.
Do you feel that it's a racist thing?
Do I think porn is racist? Absolutely.
Yeah?
Fuck yeah.
Explain.
There are so many opportunities that a lot of the African American girls just don't get, and men and women. I mean, me and Prince have been going through this for years. We've talked about this for years. We've showed up at AVN and made our statement for years, because we still gonna stand tall, but we hurt every year when we don't get when we get nominated for everything and never win. we get hurt, when they get the same. when we do the same amount at work, but they get out different opportunities, like showcases. I've only had one showcase. And when I say showcase, I mean a movie about all you. All you, just you. I've only had one. Out of the 10 years of my life, I've had one showcase.
Okay.
Most of the girls that got nominated for Best New Starlet this year, they all had showcases. My baby girl didn't get no showcase. Chanel Hart didn't get no motherfucking showcase. So it's just, we just don't get the same opportunities, and it sucks. But my mama just said, you got to work 10 times harder to be brighter. And I do that. And I just work 10 times harder and just shine a little brighter. And whether or not I shine as bright as her, who's not working as 10 times as hard as me, I know that I'm doing my job. And I'm happy with it myself. So I just take it as I run with it. But we do as much as we can to change.
Well, you're talking about the kind of a subtle form of racism. Has there ever been anything that's just blatant in your face?
No, I'm too of a fire sign for anybody to do something crazy like that.
Scared.
I mean, they'll say, oh my God, you're so cute for a black girl, Misty. Or I'll only do interracial with you. I don't do interracial, but I'll do a scene with you. I'll do a scene only with you, Misty. I'm like, oh, okay, well, thank you for the compliment, I guess, Or I've been freakishly gorgeous one time, we do racist, what are those, gangbangs with the
Confederate flag?
Yep, I did that a long time ago.
Okay.
It goes hard. They go hard.
Okay, we talked about that with Chanel.
At the end of the day, like, I was there on that set, so I'm like, we were having fun, we were laughing about it. Like, racism is very serious, but at the same time, we make jokes about that shit too. We make jokes about how white people and black people are different. So I feel like when I was shooting those type of scenes, it was kind of like a underlining joke. Like, it ain't serious.
You've done one of these as well?
I have.
Okay,
Yeah.
So basically it's a bunch of white guys wearing Confederate shirts that have sex with you.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me keep it real. This happened in the beginning, probably 2009 I did that scene.
Okay.
I want to say 2009. It's now 2015, so I'm a different woman now. And I got say-so. So I can say what I can and can't do. Back then I was young and I was timid and I didn't know no better. And I didn't have anybody, to tell me that was wrong or that's right. Or I didn't know, and I wanted to get all the work. You don't want to turn down work because you think you're not going to get no work. You already black and you ain't getting no work anyway. So you better do this fucking scene or you're not going to get any work. So you do it because you don't know nothing else, God damn it. That's why you do it, period, point blank. And then when you realize it later, you're like, well, fuck, I learned my lesson.
When you look back on it now, does it bother you?
Does it bother me? No. Nothing that I ever look back on bothers me better.
Okay, but if you were asked to do that again right now?
No, wouldn't do it.
Why?
Absolutely not. Because I'm a grown woman now and I think differently. My morals are different and ain't nobody gonna disrespect me on television like that. Nobody's going to, just certain things that I just won't do.
Okay.
Yeah, certain things.
I mean,
Back in the day, I would do it all.
You would do it all.
I would have did it all. Put your balls on my face. Yes, not today.
Not today?
Me, like I don't gang bang. I'm not into the gang things as far as having problems. Oh, we don't rock with them. So whoever is paying me for my services, I'm gonna execute. I'm gonna do what you want me to do.
The pussy was good.
The pussy was good.
Yes. As my mama said, the boy got his first piece and lost his damn mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was your first time you
That
had
was
sex?
my first time, and her first time, yeah.